Good evening, everyone. I want to have a talk to you about the fear. What is a fear? We're living in a world where it seems there is a fear. I mean, not fear as fear of the dark, or fear because you are in a dangerous situation, by example with a snake or a bear, maybe. These are fears like these ones, or like the fears to fall from a high floor. These are fears that are in a natural way in ourselves. It prevents us from danger. It helps us, it guides you sometimes or many times through the danger or through the dangerous situations. So I don't want to deal about these fears. I'm sure these fears have these are fears that are very used. They are a necessity. They are a necessity. Yes, it's a necessity. I want to explore another type of fear, more deeply fear. This fear seems to be the result of the feeling there is a lot of insecurity in our minds, in our consciousness. There is no durable security. So we are every time in our society today accept to condition to any type of thoughts or authority, because we have fear for what we have to become, fear of what we will become if we have no money. So it seems most of us are creating images, projections, and they escape in these projections of themselves or of what they want to believe. Because the illusion of the projection of the thoughts or images give you a great feeling of security. Sure, it is a security that is working on because many other people are doing the same thing. So there is a collective situation in the one we are creating the security by illusions. And we can always see man suffering, man with all his pain, man, which is again and again, I don't tell all man about all the men, but most are unhappy, and there's no more energy in their life. So this fear, the great fear of humanity, seems to be bound with the fact all people are creating images and then are attached to them. They are attached to these images, and there is the illusion of a climate of security, but there is no real security. It is an illusion security. So, which is why there is a great fear in humanity, in ourselves, because we are all separate one from others, me from you, separate in our way to think, to build our proper own life. There is my own life and your own life. There is not just life, simply life. And it seems it is this that is creating a great atmosphere of fear. So there is no real security, psychological security, because all men are separated. And it seems if we want to overcome our problems, our pain, our fear, we have not to be focused only on ourselves, but to see the fact of the fear as a common problem, a collective fact. We are all concerned, and first, if we want to overcome the fear, when I mean overcome, I want to say do all what we can do so that things are better. That fear, that the feeling of psychological insecurity. We have first to look at this fear as a collective problem. We have to look at this fear right in its face, in front of it, not separate from it. Because you know, if you don't look at the fear, in the mind and in the body, inside and outside, you can not really penetrate the fact of the fear, of what it is, what it consists in. You probably just create an illusion and you close the subject of the fear. Because if you are not really looking at the fear as it is really, as it is in reality, it may be sure, maybe, that you are living the fear, that you are escaping from the fear. So you don't understand what is fear, and you don't succeed in resolve the question, which is not a question with an answer, which is definitively definitive. This is a question with living answer. You are and I am, both together we are now the response of the fear. We are the possibility to transform fear. Because this fear is present in humanity race for many, many centuries, 1,000 centuries, and never man has been completely free from this psychological fear. Fear of what I will become tomorrow if I have no money. What I will become if I really do what I really like to do, what I really love to do, what I really love to express. What my parents, friends and all my family will tell to me if I do what is really in my heart. So we can build our life as we are doing from 1,000 centuries, escaping from the real problem, and in escaping the question of fear, the problem of fear, we are in fact not free from this fear, but really submissive to the fear. And through this fear we are submissive in our jobs, in our parents, to our society, in human relationships. There is process, pattern of submission. So we are not living escaping the fear, but we are obey to it. And by obeying to it, we are making this fear growing and living again and again and again if we never stop it, it will not stop by itself. And because of this, we are as a result of this first great fear, there are many other fears, little fears, that are the same great fears. That little fears are born, they are born because of this great fear we are submissive. And the result is we are living in confused life. We are living a confused life. We have many problems in our relationships, many psychological problems. We are suffering, having illness, dysfunction in our body and in our mind. I am not telling you what to do. Oh no. I invite you to discuss the problem, to have a conversation, in a way not to hide behind a thought or a definitive solution, but in order to face the great fear we are dealing with now. We are the only ones with the responsibility and ability to break this pattern of fear by stopping to be what we are not, and by daring to do and be what we really think we are, what we really feel we are. It means what we are in reality if we are not submissive to any type of authority, of thoughts, of organization. If we are not submissive to religion, to our parents, or teachers, or dogmatic ideas, or politic preferences, it means we have to be completely in a pattern of detachment. There is no attachment. No attach in our thought. Because if there is attached in thought, so we are prisoner. We are not free from fear. You have to be courageous. Because the real psychological security will never be in any form of obedience to authority. Whereas if we are not submissive to authority, we are now with a real freedom, but not a freedom in the one we can do or kill, or it's not an anarchy. It is a great responsibility. Because in this freedom you realize that you are not separate from other people in your consciousness. You are every time connected to them. There is no division, just thought creates the division, the illusion of division. And cause you can believe thoughts, you can believe to division. But it's not a reality, just a reality you are creating. But please, just don't believe me and experiment by yourself. Freedom does not mean, oh, I do only what I do. Cause, yes, it may be a problem of ego with the power, and real freedom has nothing to do with the power of with my own ego and my own aspiration, my own wish. Freedom is free from myself, free from my wish, from my preferences. In fact, freedom is love. And it is so beautiful, so big. Because in this freedom there is a sense of harmony between different things in life, between different beings. And freedom is not what I want to do, but it is the responsibility of, I know there is this great fear we have been created for centuries, which is present everywhere in our society, in our human relationships. So I have to face to it, accepting the fact it is here, but never accept its authority, to accept it as power on you. We have to be more strong than the fear. And the fact to go on to look forward, but by facing the fear, is a way to come and to progress in life step by step. This is freedom. There is no other freedom. In fact, all other freedom are projection or illusion, mechanical invention of thoughts, mechanical system like utopia, anarchy, or capitalism, communism. These are creation of thoughts. There is no freedom in this thought core. In this thought, all is ever determined, and life, freedom, and good answer to the great fear is never determined, but living.